Welcome back to Soda City Living, everybody. With Thanksgiving right around the corner and the holidays on the horizon, it is just the most wonderful time of year for some, but the holidays can also bring a lot of stress and a lot of overwhelming feelings and a lot of negative feelings for some people. So Shannon Marcus, CEO of Three Rivers Behavioral Health, is joining me now to talk about the holiday season and how we can, protect our mental health and show up for each other during this season. So thanks for chatting with me about this.
Yeah, we're glad to have you out. Thank you.
Yeah, so even though this can be a magical and fun time of year for so many people, and it is, why does this season and this time of year feel so overwhelming and heavy for some people?
Well, the holidays, there's so many expectations.
Yeah.
We still have our daily lives, we still have work, but we also have the added stress of Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, we have the New Year's. There's, 3 back-to-back big holidays, and we have these ideas of perfection.
Yeah.
And we see it on TV, the commercials, the movies, and we want everything to be perfect. And because of that, sometimes we set too unrealistic ideas. So it's all that added stress, and then you add to that the fact that with the time change, you're also, it's dark when you go into work.
You're ready to go to bed,
and you come home. So it feels like there's not enough time to do everything.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really, I know I feel that way already.
Yeah.
Even with Thanksgiving not even happening yet. So what about, this season? Obviously it can be stressful. What are those signs that you should say, maybe this is more than just normal holiday stress? Maybe I'm actually struggling with my mental health a little bit. Where is that line between, okay, maybe this is just holiday stress versus, okay, I think this might actually be a problem?
If you're having more bad days than good days, that's a good indicator.
Yeah.
If it's affecting your daily life, if you're so anxious that you're not able to do anything, if you feel paralyzed with that anxiety, if you're partaking in substances, maybe drinking more.
Yeah.
So when you start seeing it impact your daily life and those daily life responsibilities, work, school, relationships.
It's becoming debilitating.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. All right. I also want to talk about grief. The holidays can mean coming together, it can mean family, but it can also mean thinking a lot about those you've lost in the past year, or maybe those who you've lost forever ago that you just wish were really spending the holidays with you. Do you have any tips or things that people can be doing if they're dealing with grief this time of year?
Yeah, grief comes up a lot in holidays because, holidays are steeped in tradition. And so the biggest thing is set realistic boundaries with yourself. It's okay to feel sad. Sometimes when the holidays come, we feel like we have to be happy, and when we're not, we feel like there's something wrong with us.
Right.
And that's not true. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to miss and mourn our loved ones and grieve. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
But it's also important to start new traditions. And traditions don't have to be big. They don't have to be huge things. Sometimes the most meaningful traditions are very small things.
Right.
So celebrate your loved ones. Find new traditions and how you can do that. But the most important thing, I think, is it's okay to feel sad.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's really important. Well, I said it earlier, most wonderful time of the year. There's this pressure that you need to be happy and joyful 24/7. And if you can be, good on you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But most of us have got a lot of stuff going on, maybe behind the scenes that people don't even know about. What about if someone doesn't have a strong family dynamic? The holidays kind of make them uncomfortable because they don't have a family to go spend Thanksgiving with, or it's not a place that they look forward to going home. How do those struggling with familial dynamics and maybe feelings of loneliness, how can they, be thinking about the holidays?
One of the things that COVID did help us understand is how we can still be connected to our loved ones, even when they're far away, even when we can't see them. So
yes,
certainly technology can help us bridge those distance gaps, but also getting out in your community. If volunteering, going to church, there's all kinds of different opportunities to get out there, and that also helps. When you aren't feeling that great, or maybe when you're grieving the loss of a loved one, getting out, maybe doing some volunteer work.
Yes.
Getting out in the community and making those other connections can be very empowering and very important.
And this time of year, there are so many opportunities in your community. I mean, you can just Google and there will be hundreds, whatever, if you want to spend time with animals or kids or, nonprofits, whatever you want to do, there is spaces for you to do that. So that's really, really good advice.
Yeah.
If I'm noticing someone in my life and I feel like they're struggling, something is off with them this year, how can I best support them and approach that conversation, even with the holidays and with family being in town? How can I be supportive to them?
You know, the most important thing is to allow them to feel their feelings.
It's okay to be sad.
Yeah, it's okay to be sad and to talk. You know, not in the big family gathering, obviously,
Yes.
but you know, take them aside and be willing to listen. Be willing to listen. So you know, so often we're so scared to name feelings and to ask someone how they're doing if we see them struggling. But it's okay to say, you know, I've noticed you seem a bit off.
Yeah.
I know this is a hard season. What's going on?
Open the conversation.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
And be willing to get that feedback.
Last thing I want to bring up, we kind of touched on it earlier, sobriety. Those who are sober, the holidays can be really triggering. There is a lot of fun meals and feasts that come with a lot of drinking and, you know, for some, maybe falling back into old habits. Do you have any tips for someone who's trying to stay sober through the holiday season?
Definitely. Get your support systems in place. Set boundaries. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm not going to go to this party. I'm going to sit out. I'm going to go to a meeting instead.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to start this new tradition with my loved ones. Also, if you have loved ones that you know are new to sobriety or might be struggling, be cognizant of that and be sensitive to that. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to change your entire lifestyle, but it is important to be supportive on their recovery journey. And then of course the most important thing is if you're really feeling like you're struggling, reach out.
Yeah. Speaking of reaching out, if people are seeing this, their message is resonating with them and they think that they may want some help, what is the best way for someone to reach out to you guys?
They can give us a call at our number and come in for a free assessment. They can also just come in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Amazing.
The most important thing is they don't have to do this alone. No one has to do this recovery journey alone.
Absolutely, and really, really important this holiday season. So let's take care of each other this holiday season, everybody. And if you need a little bit of help, Three Rivers Behavioral Health is here to help you out. We'll be right back.